Great speakers don't avoid resistance, they transform it. In the world of persuasion and influence, nothing is more daunting than facing an audience that resists. But great speakers do not panic, evade, or overpower. They listen and then transform. They don't see resistance as an enemy, but as raw material to build trust. It is in those moments of challenge that words become meaningful, and the speaker becomes a guide. Persuasion doesn't begin with being right. It begins with making space for others to disagree without feeling threatened. A great speaker doesn't defeat the audience, they lead them beyond their own defenses. When an audience resists you, it doesn't mean they refuse to listen. It means they haven't found themselves in what you're saying. Resistance is evidence that the listener still cares. A completely silent room is not always agreement sometimes, it's disengagement. A strong reaction can be a doorway into deeper connection. Great speakers don't counter resistance, they listen beneath it. Instead of replying immediately, they ask, "What makes this feel off to you?" In that space, defenses soften and dialogue begins. Influence psychology shows that people don't change because of logic. They change when they see themselves in the story being told. Thus, every sign of resistance is an invitation to shift, to open, to co-create a new language. Deep inside every person is the need to preserve dignity. When forced to admit they're wrong, even if they are, people feel diminished. Great speakers understand, to persuade, you don't need to prove someone wrong, you need to help them see a new side of themselves. Instead of saying, "That view is outdated," they say, "I used to think that way until I experienced this." This language doesn't exclude, it invites. It builds a bridge of shared humanity. Dialogical philosophy holds that truth arises only when both sides feel heard. And in today's polarized world, whoever creates space for difference to coexist wins. The real danger when facing opposition isn't the disagreement. It's when the speaker turns it into a right-wrong battle. Great speakers don't become defensive or retaliate. They transform resistance into inquiry. When someone says, "I disagree with that," they don't reply, "Let me explain." They say, "I'd love to hear what part didn't land with you." This shift from rebuttal to curiosity softens resistance. Dialogic linguistics, Bakhtin, teaches that every utterance is a response to another. And in that response, the speaker chooses, add fuel or open space. One sincere question can dismantle defensiveness faster than a flawless argument. Language is like water, too hard and it slides off just soft enough, and it seeps in. A statement can be right, but if too sharp, it builds walls in the listener. Tone, sentence shape, word choices, these all determine the receptivity level of the audience. Instead of saying, "This is clearly wrong," try, "Maybe we're looking at it from different angles." The latter isn't just emotionally correct, it creates psychological safety. In communication psychology, safety is what allows defenses to drop and real dialogue to begin. Great speakers don't just transmit, they design linguistic climates. There, language is not data, it is the condition for understanding. In the world of debate, people often confuse disagreement with failure. But in truth, the most precious thing in any exchange is not logical victory, it's relational continuity. A great speaker doesn't force agreement, they plant seeds. They leave something behind in the listener's mind that may bloom later. And to do that, they never coerce. They speak with trust. When language is planted in respect, it grows into change. Nonviolent communication, N.V.C. Rosenberg, holds that transformation only happens when emotional connection is preserved. What makes a speech powerful isn't sophisticated vocabulary, it's emotional resonance. Listeners don't remember lengthy arguments, they remember how the speaker made them feel. Great speakers know, if you touch the pain, fear, or silence that no one names, people listen. When they meet resistance, they don't push, they hear the emotion behind it. I know this might be uncomfortable, that's why I think we need to talk about it. Such lines move feelings alongside logic. In modern rhetoric, emotion isn't a side effect. It's the glue that holds reasoning together. You can't force belief, but you can create conditions for someone to step closer on their own. That's the highest form of persuasion, when the listener is not pushed but invited. Not pressured, but opened. A great speaker doesn't pull people. They offer clarity, sincerity, and space. The power of speech is not in volume, but in quiet conviction. I understand you. I'm not here to change you. I'm inviting you to look with me. And if the listener takes even one small step forward, that means more than applause.